ViziApps Studio offers an array of actions to enhance the capability of your app. Click See Actions to see a list of ViziApps actions. In this tutorial, I'll show you the majority of the device actions and how to access them. The ones I don't cover in this tutorial are covered in other tutorials at ViziApps.com and YouTube. The first two actions are pretty self-explanatory. The slide panel, accessing data, creating a map, and managing local notifications are covered in other tutorials. Pop-up web page allows you to send the user to a web page that pops up in their browser or in a separate tab in their browser. When you choose the pop-up web page action, simply enter the field that contains the URL. Here's the URL field with a value. When the app runs and the user taps the trigger field, the web page will pop up. Choosing the email message action will bring up the Add a Property drop-down list. Here you'll choose which fields the email contains, where the information for those fields are located, and whether or not you'd like to enable HTML formatting. When you choose a field, enter the ID of the corresponding field on the canvas. You can hit Tab or click outside the box, and it will automatically bring up another property drop-down list. If you'd like to delete a field, click the red X. Static data that the user doesn't see, such as the email address for example, can be installed using hidden fields. For fields you want the user to see and/or interact with, use one of the many ViziApps fields. Calling a phone and sending a text message are very similar. When you choose Call Phone, you'll simply enter the field that contains the phone number. When you choose Text Message, add the required SMS phone field, and if you have a pre-designed message, add a message field containing the message. When you choose the Take a Photo action, simply enter the field where the photo will be saved. Then choose your compression ratio from 0.1 to 1.0. 1.0 represents original size or uncompressed. A good compression ratio to start with would be 0.5. Social logins are an easy way for end users to register login credentials to your app. Instead of adding username and password fields to your app, just add a button with the action of Social Login, and you can get the name, email, and profile picture of the user to use in your app and store in your backend data. Then you can archive the credentials in the app for future automated logins. Click on the question mark to see a step-by-step guide on setting this up for Facebook, Google, and LinkedIn. To capture a signature in your app, simply choose the Capture a Signature action and enter the field where the signature image will be stored. In the app, when you select Capture a Signature, you'll see this interactive art canvas. Click the X to exit the canvas. Click on the eraser to erase your signature, or click on the green check mark to accept your signature. Once the signature is captured, you have the options of storing it to a data source and/or previewing it in the app. When you choose Record Audio, enter the field in which the audio will be stored. In the app, when you select the Record button, it'll bring up this toolbar at the bottom of the screen. The red button initiates and terminates the recording process. The Play button will play back the audio. Click on the X to exit the recorder, or click the green check mark to accept the audio. Once the audio is captured, you have the options of storing it to a data source, sending it in an email or text message, or previewing it in the app. To enable the barcode or QR code scanner, simply choose Scan Barcode or QR Code and enter the field in which the scanned code will be saved. In the app, when you select Scan, it will access the device's camera and give you a box to place the code. At the bottom, Cancel will exit the camera mode. The flashlight icon will toggle the device's flashlight, and the camera icon will take a photo. Once the code is captured, you have the options of storing it to a data source and/or previewing it in the app. To access the device's calendar, simply choose Open Device Calendar. In the app, when you click on the button, you'll bring up that device's calendar. Another useful field in ViziApps Studio is the GPS field, which can be inserted onto any page in your app and shows up as this type of hidden field on your canvas. In the GPS Properties window, the default values are the names for the fields containing the latitude and longitude of your location. If you want, you can replace these with your own names. In the app, You can then use the GPS information to build a map or send the GPS coordinates to a data source if you choose. Each action in ViziApps Studio has a multitude of purposes to enhance the functionality of your app. These actions can be further enhanced through the use of JavaScript, which is covered in another tutorial. Dissect some of the actions we've set up for you in our template apps, and use the actions in your own app. Find more helpful videos at ViziApps.com and on YouTube. Before you know it, you'll be creating apps like a pro with ViziApps.